Well guys, welcome back in the garage. European tour is done, sadly. Hopefully you've been enjoying the videos I've been posting of the European tour. If you have missed any of them, then continue to watch the video, and throughout the video in the top corner there'll be cards on the videos I've made on tour. I just wanted to get in the garage today. A lot of questions about all the gear I took with me, and I kind of wanted to do a sort of an afterthought review of all the gear from SwMotech that I took on tour, just to answer a lot of your questions and to tell you how it performed. I do have individual videos for most of the gear that I took with me, so again I'll put them either links in the description down below or at the end of screen annotations. There'll be videos, or in the cards, as I said, in the top corner. First plan was to take the Trax Adventure aluminium panniers and top box with me, but I kind of knew it was going to perform with regards to being waterproof, secure. So I knew it was going to be good. So in the end, I ended up taking the Aero ABS panniers. They look a bit better on this bike, I will make that clear, but I thought they were absolutely amazing. A lot cheaper. It's a cheaper version, obviously, than going for the aluminium cases. These came in at 560 something euros or something like that. Fits on the same mounting frame as the aluminium boxes, which is good. The only downside to these is that they weren't waterproof and they weren't secure, but that's why I took them. I wanted to really sort of test how they performed. So it does come with a waterproof canoe bag inside, and I rode in a lot of rain on this tour, unfortunately. It was 2 or 3 days where it pissed it down a lot. And one day we rode 120 k's constant in like monsoon rain, and these performed great. Although they say they're not waterproof, with the waterproof bag, obviously all your kit is waterproof with inside. But all that happened was I got a bit of water that seeped in through the zip at the top, but just a bit of moisture, nothing terrible. But the actual carcass of it was still waterproof. So the canoe bag inside didn't have to do much of a job. So I thought they were really good, performed really well. As I said, it's the cheaper option rather than going for the aluminium boxes. They are waterproof if you waterproof it within the cargo bag or the canoe bag that comes with it. So yeah, I'm probably going to use these a lot more. Easy to get on and off. As I said, I've got videos on each individual item, so I will put that in the description. But just to sort of answer your questions on how they performed, I thought they were amazing. So that was that pannier wise. On the rear of the bike, I used the SwMotech tail bag. Again, I've had this for a lot of years. This wasn't given to me by review. I bought this with my own money, so no biased review on that side of things. And again, everything, none of my kit, all the bags and all the luggage that I took with it, nothing got wet at all. So it was really good. I mean, what these do come with, the tail bag and the cargo bag, which I'll show you in a sec, it comes with this inner sort of liner, waterproof liner, but I then tend to go one extra and waterproof my gear with further canoe bags, but it wasn't necessary. This is totally sufficient, just the one that it comes with. It's velcroed onto the inside. As I said, it pissed it down a lot, and all my gear stayed wet. And in this bag I had all my laptop, all my camera gear, so all my electrical gear went in here, and I was a bit worried it was going to get wet, but it stayed completely dry. So definitely a good tail bag to think about. You can mount this onto any bike. It just comes with a separate adapter for your rear rack, and this is the mount that it comes with, or it doesn't come with, you have to get this extra. So this sits on top of the or underneath the bag, so it doesn't hang over if you've got it loaded. So that was on the rear of the bike. And on the pillion seat I had this cargo bag. Again, it's all similar fabric, it's all the same thing. Again, it comes with an inner waterproof liner. And as I said, I didn't have to further waterproof any of my clothes or gear. It was sufficient, the waterproof bag that it comes with. I do treat the outer fabric with a waterproof spray, just to just to purl off any initial sort of rain droplets and showers. It will just run off, but in constant downpours eventually it starts to soak through. But the inner inside bag does its job, keeps everything lovely and waterproof. And I took the tank bag. This is the one I took. This is the City model, and I had a lot of questions about this one, about can you get a DSLR camera to fit in this one. So here's my DSLR. I've got an extra battery pack, and with the lens still fitted, it fits in there for no problem at all. Obviously the big ones, you're going to have no dramas, but if you start to go smaller than the City, the Engage is the next size down. It will go in it with a squeeze, but you'll have to take the battery pack off, you'll have to take the lens off, etc. So this City is the first sort of largest, on the larger side, where you can get your DSLR straight in, straight out. And that's how I used it when I went on tour. As soon as I pulled over, I could take some shots, even with me staying on the bike, and put it back in, and off I went. These come with an outer waterproof cover, which I did have to use. Again, I treated the same, or the tank bag with the same sealant, fabric sealant on the outer shell, just a initial waterproofing. But this came into good use later on, and obviously it keeps it completely dry. And as I said, none of my electrical gear, none of my clothes, no camera equipment, no laptops got soaked or wet in any way on this tour. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything that I had on the bike. Oh, I did have the SwMotech Evo Footrest Kit, which I just want to touch on. Again, I've got a separate video for this on the install of this. Amazingly comfortable pegs. I rode with the rubbers installed, and it is a thicker rubber on this pedal and a wider rubber than the stock pegs on the S1000XR, and these will actually help out with the vibrations. Some people moan about it on the handlebars, in the pegs, in the seat, etc. If you do put these on, it does lessen it slightly in the pegs. Nothing that I ever worry about. I didn't find it bad before I put them on, but I did notice that it does make the vibrations less. Yeah, that's about it. I did have the mirror extensions on the bike, and I've had them on all my bikes from SwMotech. It helps a ton. Makes the ride a lot more comfortable. Checking your mirrors is a lot easier. You can see behind you rather than just seeing two arms and a shoulder in your way. Yeah, so that's kind of a sort of my thoughts or afterthoughts of the gear that I used on this tour. As I said, I'm going to be using these panniers probably more often than the Trax Adventure panniers and top box, but I am going to get these on the bike at some stage just to put them through their paces. But that was my reason for not taking them on this tour, just gone, because I kind of knew that they were going to perform. As I said, you know, they're secure, they're waterproof, so I wanted to see how these would do. You can put a padlock on the zip to keep the zip closed. It is lockable at the back, so nobody can whip the thing off and open the zip just for a quick steal. If they really wanted to steal them and you left them on overnight, then somebody would be able to get it off. But you know, you can secure them to an extent, and as I said, they remained completely waterproof. Everything stayed dry throughout all of the gear. So if you're ever thinking about going away on tour and wondering about waterproofing your gear or what luggage to take, do think about this as an option. And as I said, all my stuff stayed dry. So I will also put a link in the description. I've got a rewards code from SwMotech. If you spend €50 or more with my code that you can use, you can get €10 off your purchase. So if you want to use that, then that's open to you. I'll put the link in the description for that. And yeah, hopefully that's answered the majority of your questions. As I said, I do have individual videos on these luggages, on these bags, so do check them out. And yeah, plenty more to come. I'm out for a test ride on the 16th of August. I'm out on the Scrambler for the day. It's part of the dealerships, one of the days out of the dealerships I've booked, and I've got a couple of overnighters that I want to get on. Yeah, and I am going to try and get away on some test rides. I'm looking to get up to KTM, which is in Hanover, which is a little over an hour away from here, because I want to get on the Super Duke DT and probably the Super Adventure. So I am going to try and get that done before the season's out. Weather's pretty bad at the moment, but I'm going to try and get on that. So more to come for sure. There'll be more reviews coming up. I've got some more gear coming from SwMotech, hopefully. So look out for that. There's some new items coming out specific to the S1000XR. So yeah, plenty more to come, guys. And yeah, hopefully that's answered all your questions. So make sure you leave your comments, questions and feedbacks below. Leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.